Norwegian Cruise Line has made several changes this year, and especially in the last few weeks. If you have an NCL cruise, or if you're thinking of booking one, don't assume everything will be the same as your last cruise. Some changes are positive, some could unfortunately cost you more, and one update shows that Norwegian Cruise Line may actually be listening to cruiser feedback. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, yes, Norwegian Cruise Line has made many changes over this past year, including some pretty significant ones over the last few weeks. But what I'm going to do in this video is share the updates to things that are really important to you, like Free at Sea and Free at Sea Plus, and some good news, I think, as well as some of the dining updates, dress code updates, entertainment updates, private island updates, new leadership updates, and one recent update that does seem to be dividing cruisers, where some people think it is a positive and other people not so much. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Now, I actually counted up the changes, and there are a total of about 15 different changes, but some are big and some are small. So let's start with a very significant one. Free at Sea is back. Now, if you remember, back a couple of years ago, Norwegian Cruise Line changed Free at Sea to More at Sea. Well, Free at Sea came back somewhere around about a year ago, but then we had Free at Sea for a little while, but we didn't have that Free at Sea Plus. So Free at Sea is basically a bundle style package where you get an unlimited open bar package or a drink package, a specialty dining package. Now, for a 7-day cruise, that includes 3 specialty restaurants, Wi-Fi with limited minutes, and a shore excursion credit. Now, when you get Free at Sea, it's not actually free. The package is free, but you are actually paying the service charge or the gratuities on the package. And this is where there's been a recent change. So if you have a cruise that is 6 days and longer, the price per day is $28.50 per person per day, which, if you do drink alcoholic beverages, is actually a really good deal. However, if you have a cruise that is less than 6 days, so 2 to 5 day cruises, are now $32 per person per day. Now, either way, I do think that this is a really good value for anybody that does drink alcohol. But why the change for shorter cruises? It's hard to know for sure, but one can speculate that if you're on a shorter cruise, there's a better chance that these are going to be booze cruises, so to speak, where people are drinking more. Now, specialty dining is different because it's not charged per day. It's actually charged per restaurant, and the length of your cruise is going to correspond to how many restaurants you get to go to. So for a 7-night cruise, you get 3 specialty restaurants at $20 per person per restaurant, equaling $60 per passenger for a 7-day cruise. The shore excursion credit is $50 per port, and the Wi-Fi minutes are limited, as I mentioned, to 150 minutes per cruise. Now, if you do upgrade to Free at Sea Plus, you get unlimited Wi-Fi streaming. So let's talk about that next. Now, I'm one of those people who's very happy that Free at Sea Plus has been brought back by NCL, but it has been brought back in a very different way than it existed a couple of years ago. So Free at Sea Plus is an upgrade to the Free at Sea package. So you do need to have the Free at Sea package to be able to upgrade to Free at Sea Plus. Now, at the time that I'm filming, it's just under $50 per person per day, and this is what it includes: your gratuities or daily service charge. Now, if you have a standard cabin, that's $20 per person per day, and if you have a Haven cabin, that is $25 per person per day. So you have to calculate that in there. You also get upgraded to the premium drink package, which includes premium wine, premium spirits, energy drinks, and premium still and sparkling water. You get unlimited Starbucks coffee, yay! Unlimited Wi-Fi, 1 device per person, and 50% off additional specialty restaurants. Now, I do have another Free at Sea update coming up in just a minute, But I would like to know what you think. Do you like the new Free at Sea or Free at Sea Plus? And do you think it's a good value? Please let me know down in the comments below. All right, so moving on to Great Stirrup Cay or Great Stirrup Key. I never know how to say this one. I've heard it both ways. So you might know that Norwegian Cruise Line is making some major updates to their private island. And honestly, they're well underway. We were recently at the private island and saw the lagoon pool with the swim up bar. There's also a little playground with water for young children. There's a new tram that is free, by the way, that can take you all around the island. And there are some new dining venues and food trucks, as well as the exclusive and adult only Vibe Shore Club. Now, still to come is this massive water park with a lazy river, water slides, and more. Now, all of this apparently is due to be ready for summer 2026. I haven't seen any recent updates with any exact dates, but when I hear more, I'll share that information. The dock. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line has actually built their dock already so that cruise ships can dock at the island rather than tendering. However, we were on the dock recently and it really is still a work in progress. So what they are doing for now is they actually took a temporary pause on using the dock while they finish that up. And in the meantime, the ships are tendering. All right, moving on to one of the best updates of all. And this is one of those reversals. So Great Stirrup Cay, what always happened in the past is if you had a drink package on the cruise ship, your drink package also worked on the private island, which was something really nice about Great Stirrup Cay. However, Norwegian Cruise Line early in the year said that they were changing all of that and there would be a separate drink package that you could buy to use on the island. Now, there was a lot of guest feedback about that, and to their credit, they made a reversal on that. So now if you have your Free at Sea package, which is the open bar unlimited package, if I'm not mistaken, in any case, the drink package that you have on the ship or the Free at Sea Plus package that you have on the ship, that does work on the private island. Dress code changes and what to wear on your NCL cruise. Now, a couple of months ago, it was widely reported that Norwegian Cruise Line changed their dress code rules. And there was some wording that had changed on their website. But since that point, they actually changed that to really reflect the fact that they are a freestyle cruise line. Now, they do point out that the way people dress should be reflective of the environment that they are in. And I'm going to read some of the wording from the cruise line website. So they say, we simply ask that attire feels put together and suited to the setting. Shirts and footwear required, graphics respectful, and styles that offer appropriate coverage for a dining environment. And swimwear should be saved for the pool and extremely short shorts for other activities. Now, they do go on to share some examples of what you might see on board in terms of how other people dress, but it seems like what they're really describing is resort wear. Now, a rule of thumb that I always like to keep in mind is men, in particular, bring always at least one polo shirt. If anybody asks you for a collared shirt, this way you have it, one pair of nice clean jeans or khakis, and you will be fine for any of the restaurants on board. Speaking of what to wear in the dining room, let's talk about dining updates, changes, and fees. Norwegian Cruise Line has recently implemented an additional $5 fee for when you get an extra main dish in a main dining room included restaurant. Now, the cruise line says that they're doing this to reduce food waste. However, if you're somebody who tends to get a little bit hungry or wants to order more than one thing, you could look and order additional appetizers instead. And as always, if there is something that you do not like or you're not happy with your meal, let your waiter know, and I think that they will happily replace it. Specialty restaurant no-show charge. Now, if you have a reservation at one of the specialty restaurants, and if you are late by more than 15 minutes, so you have a grace period of 15 minutes, or if you do not cancel your reservation at least 2 hours in advance and you do not show up, you will have a charge that will appear on your account of $10 per person. Now, I have a little bit of an anecdotal change when it comes to dining, so I'd love to hear from you. I have heard from several Norwegian Cruise Line cruisers that they have said that when it comes to the specialty restaurants, they have seen some promotions or specials when they were on board, where there were 2 for 1 at certain restaurants or for certain hours. And One of my friends was on the transatlantic sailing of Norwegian Luna recently, and she told me they were able to take advantage of that. Now, again, this is anecdotal, so it may not be across the board on every cruise ship, but I have heard of this. So please, if you have sailed recently and if you've seen this, please let us all know down in the comments. Room service. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line actually made this change probably about a year ago, but I did want to mention it, especially for anybody who's coming from another cruise line and maybe you're used to ordering room service sometimes that might be included, or continental room service breakfast that is included on most other cruise lines. So it is not included on Norwegian Cruise Line. So this is just, I'm mentioning it so that you can budget. So breakfast is $4.95 plus a 20% service charge and $9.95 per order during the rest of the day. Now, there are some reports that say that there are limits on how many hot and cold items that you can order. But I have to say, I have not ordered any room service on Norwegian Cruise Line on my recent cruises, and I haven't seen that anywhere on the cruise line website, so I'm not able to confirm. Entertainment updates. So let's start with the most recent change. You no longer need to make reservations for your main production shows. That pre-show reservation system is gone, and it is now first come, first serve. So super important when you are on your cruise to make sure that you plan to arrive at the theater early. Now, the big update that I think a lot of people have just seen coming, but it definitely is here now, is goodbye Broadway. So yes, Norwegian Cruise Line is phasing out all of their Broadway productions, and Beetlejuice just ended in March 2026, and Burn the Floor is ending at the end of May 2026. Now, it doesn't mean that Norwegian Cruise Line is not having any entertainment. They have just brought all of their entertainment in-house. Now, some people won't like this because they absolutely love those Broadway productions. And for other people, it's not going to be that big a deal. I have to say, I'm in the camp of not that big a deal. And I've actually liked the productions that are the in-house productions from Norwegian Cruise Line. In fact, on our recent cruise on Norwegian Luna, we saw the Elton show, which is really a tribute to Elton John and his music. But there was live music, singers, dancers, elaborate costumes, LED screens. It really was a fabulous production show, and I can't complain. Now, the in-house productions will vary on the different cruise ships, but there's an emphasis on costumes, choreography, and of course, talented performers. Norwegian Cruise Line Air now requires guests to fly in 1 day before their cruise. Now, this is a pretty significant change for the air program, and to my knowledge, I don't know of another cruise line that requires this, but personally, I think that it makes a lot of sense. Now, this came into effect in January 2026, and of course, you can still book your own air if you want and fly in on the same day as your cruise. But there's a reason that the cruise line suggests that you fly in a day early, and that if you book the air with them, that they're pretty much making you do so. Now, I do want to mention something. The hotel, of course, is your responsibility, but this might still be to your advantage if, for instance, you book the Free at Sea program and it includes a promotion for free or 2-for-1 air. Now, speaking of Free at Sea, there are some details to it. So if you would like a video specifically on Free at Sea and Free at Sea Plus and the different promotions that come up sometimes, please do let me know down in the comments below. Now, I have one more change or update that's kind of dividing Norwegian Cruise Line fans, or even cruisers in general. There are some opinions on this one, and originally I actually thought that this was kind of good news, but some people did correct me. But first, I do think we really have to talk about the pretty big change in Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings leadership and NCL, really in general, because this is a pretty big shakeup. So in February 2026, NCLH, which is basically Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, CEO Harry Sumner was replaced with a new CEO, John Chidsey. Now, my apologies if I have the pronunciation wrong. He has various experience, including at Subway and at Burger King, but he had been on the board of directors in the past. Now, soon after this, we had Elliott Investment Management that actually seems to have a significant amount of shares of NCLH, and they were pretty vocal in pushing for some changes. Now, by the end of March, Norwegian Cruise Line had refreshed its board, adding new directors with experience from British Airways, Disney Experiences, private equity, and other major companies. Now, it doesn't mean that the updates and changes that I mentioned in this video are related to this change. After all, many of the changes that I talked about occurred before this even happened. However, it is clear that Norwegian Cruise Line is going through a bit of a transition, and I think that something that we can hope for as cruisers is that they make some positive changes that cruise passengers will really like, and that will in turn also translate to profits. Okay, so for Haven guests or anybody who is traveling with Haven guests, there has been a change to the Haven dining. And actually, when I first heard about this, I misunderstood it a little bit. So just to clarify, for people that are sailing in the Haven, if they are sailing with other people that are in a connecting cabin, but they are non-Haven guests, those guests are going to be able to eat with them in the Haven restaurant. Now, this doesn't mean that just anybody who's traveling with people in the Haven are going to be able to enjoy the dining experience of the Haven, so it really is limited. And the perks themselves of the Haven are limited to the people that are actually booked and paying for the Haven. Now, I actually thought that this was something positive, but I have to say, a lot of the feedback that I heard from people was that they actually thought that this could be a little bit of an abuse if this could happen. And other people said they don't really think it's fair if they're paying for the Haven, and a big part of what makes the Haven is actually that perk of the Haven restaurant, that they don't want to see people who are not paying for it be able to come in. And other people worry that it'll be a little bit of a slippery slope. Now, I recently took a cruise on Norwegian Luna, so if you are curious about Norwegian Luna, what to expect, what I thought, I will leave that video right after this, and I'd love to hear from you. Let me know, what do you think of the Norwegian Cruise Line changes for 2026? And what else would you like to see? Please let me know down in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now and happy cruising.